And what keeps you coming back to the Pottinger?
Just very good machines. They've been done us very well. Maybe lasting longer than some of the other ones. Easy to maintain, easy to drive. Parts, if you need, they're very local. Dealers got them all in stock, and off you go.
Right folks, here we go then. Welcome along to episode 3 of our exploration of the icon that is the Pottinger Jumbo forage wagon. So if you haven't seen already, in episode 1 we covered off the history and evolution of the Jumbo, and then in episode 2 we covered off the manufacturing of this beast here in Grieskirchen in Austria, and now in episode 3, we're going to get stuck into the latest and greatest of the offering in the Jumbo family, and then we're going to head over to Scotland, Ayrshire, and have a chat to a customer and see how they're getting on with the latest Jumbo. So we will kick off then, and I'm now joined by Florian from Pottinger, who is going to talk us through the latest product, the latest in the range of the Jumbo. So Florian, what have we got in the Jumbo family today?
So hello James, today I'm very proud to present to you the new Jumbo 8000 series. You know we have the Jumbo 7000 series, the Jumbo 8000, and the latest was the Jumbo 5000 series. As you have already mentioned a little bit, our baby Jumbo.
Yeah.
But here today we are talking about the Jumbo 8000 series.
The full fat Jumbo, the flagship.
Exactly, the flagship. You see here the first thing is all the time the pickup. We have a 2.3 meter wide pickup. As you know, importing a standard controlled contractor system, 7 tine rows, and we have a pendulum of 190 millimeters in hilly areas, so we can really put the crop up in a very good way and smooth way, and that we don't have any waste or dirt into the silage.
So you've got a really good contour following with this pickup.
Exactly.
So you've got a good range of movement, not just up and down, but it will
also
pivot
follow
side
the
to
ground.
side. Right, okay.
Yeah, plus minus 3.5 degrees.
Right.
So really much.
Yeah.
The pickup is hydraulic driven. That means we have a hydraulic motor who drives the pickup, and we can change the speed. So it depends if we drive faster or slower with the Jumbo. Also the pickup speed gets more or less.
And is that automated?
That's
based
automated.
on your speed?
Yeah.
Right.
It's automated, and it's very important because if we have more crop and heavy crops, we need more speed, and if we have less speed, we need less RPM at the pickup.
Yeah, and can you adjust that as well, that speed?
We can also adjust it in the software in the terminal how we want it, because we have different tractor sizes, so we drive faster or slower, and so we can adjust it for the customers how we want to have it.
And the hydraulic drive, where is that coming from?
The hydraulic drive is on the
so that's on this side,
other
on the
side,
left-hand side.
And it's behind the system, and here it's driven. What is also a big benefit is that we can dismount the pickup. For instance, if we want to use it for a forage transport or transporting wood chips during the winter time or something, so that we can use the loader wagon the whole year.
Right, so when you're using this just as a trailer, a moving floor trailer, you can take the pickup off.
Exactly.
And can you take does the feed rotor come out as well, or is it just the pickup?
Just the pickup.
Just the pickup that comes off, right?
Exactly. We put the pickup out, and then we have 580 kilogram less death weight, so that means we have more
payload.
More payload, exactly.
And then just going back to the pickup, I know it's a very important point for you guys at Pottinger, but why do you go for the cam track design? Why not a camless, as many others have?
The cam track system has many advantages because it brings the crop directly to the rotor, and in heavy crops It's not putting the crop in the scrappers because it's directly feeding it, and then the cam track is moving.
That's it. The tines come up and then they drop out
Exactly.
the way. Which means you can maintain a very small gap from there to there.
Exactly. So in autumn, when we have very short of grass, it brings the grass perfectly to the rotor, and there is very less space where it's not transported.
Right. So with the combination of the cam track then and the hydraulic speed adjustment, you'll be able to really fine tune this for various crops.
Exactly. And the next point is then our rotor. That's the heart. We have here a rotor with a diameter of 850 millimeters, so a really big rotor to feed nearly every crop. And the rotor is driven by our new drive technology.
Let's get around the other side. That's down this side.
Exactly.
Keep cameraman Chris busy. Come on, sunshine. So your drive train, just talk us through that then.
Exactly. We have in the front, we have the PTO shaft, and then we have here our belt drive system, which is completely new designed. You know, in the old Jumbos, we had the side gearboxes. We have now the belt drive system. And here it allows us to work with tractors up to 500 horsepower.
Right.
That means with the new Jumbo series, we really reached new high performance level in the throughput rates. And in the market at the moment, we are quite unique with such high throughput rates.
Right.
Because of the horsepower.
Yeah. So the belts then, because belt technology has moved on a long way, so as well as allowing more power transfer, does it also even out those peak spikes in loads?
That's the second benefit of the belt drive system. And so it's a smooth running during the harvesting day.
Yeah.
And that's quite important.
Right. And then from the belt, we go back via a small shaft and then it's straight into?
And then directly into the rotor where we need the full power, where the rotor is then compressing the whole material, and then we come already to the cutting unit.
So onto the knife bank then. On the 8000. So on the 8000 series, we've got 25 millimeters gap on these. So this is the fine chop.
Yeah.
So this is a new development for you guys because you were previously, is it
the first one?
34 millimeters, was it? That's on the 7000.
It's the 7000 with 34
and
millimeters.
The 5000 as well, is it?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And with the 8000, we have a complete new design of the chopping unit, which enables us now to work with 25 millimeters of shortcut technology.
Okay, was that a difficult thing to come up with in terms of the design and development of this, to squeeze all these blades in now?
Yeah, it was really hard, but we got it. First thing is that we have, instead of the 5mm knives, we have now 4mm knives.
Oh, so you've made these skinnier?
Yeah,
right.
But not only skinnier, we got the new material, so they are as strong as the old ones, but with less material.
Even though they're thinner, they're actually stronger?
Yeah. Right. For stones and all the things, they are not breaking anymore, and that's very important.
And how many knives have we got in here then?
We have now 65 knives.
65 knives.
But still, with the 65 knives, we can work with the AutoCut.
Right.
And that's the perfect solution.
So that's your automatic sharpening system?
Exactly.
And that'll still work with this?
Yeah.
Right. And is that an option on this, or is that standard on the Jumbos then?
It's an option.
It's an option?
Yeah.
Is it a popular option?
Yeah, very popular.
Yeah.
Because you have a full day of harvesting, you are all the time busy, you have to take home a lot of loads. We all know the weather, you in UK know the weather best. The next rain is coming all the time.
Yeah.
And so it's very important that we can sharpen it during the day sometimes. And so we have always a sharp blade and the perfect cutting quality. And for this stands Pottinger.
Reduce fuel consumption as well.
Exactly.
Keep it sharp. Knife protection, what have you got on this? In case you do hit a stone or whatever in there, tie an arm from a stray rake, which I found before. So what protection have you got in the knife bank?
It can happen all the time that we need the knife protection. And we have for every knife we have a separate knife protection. That means when we get the collision on the knife, it's moving back a little bit, and then we have here the lever, which is coming out, and then the knife immediately goes down.
Okay.
And it comes back in as soon as the stone
as soon as
it's gone through, yeah.
Right, so it'll go back automatically. You don't have to stop, reset the whole knife bank and put it all the way back in again. You can just carry on.
The cutting unit is our power cut system, And this system we had already for several years, and it's very well proven, and that was the reason why we also take the decision to take it in the Jumbo 8000 series.
So that is the front end, and presumably it's the front end that's the biggest difference between the 8000 and the 7000.
Exactly.
And then from there, the body and the chassis is pretty much the same, is it, shared across that? So in terms of the body and the capacities on the 8000, what capacities are available on this?
We have on the 7000 and 8000, we have 3 different types of capacities with 40 cubic meters, 47 and 54 cubic meters. And if we have these charge beaters, 2 cubic meters less because of the beaters.
Because it takes up the up the space. So the discharge beaters, because this has got it on this one. So this obviously this will be an option for those customers that want the discharge beaters, which we don't really see a lot in the UK, but I believe
Germany and Austria
really love it. Like those.
Yeah, because you have over the yard you get the nice silage. You get an
up and over the silage pit.
Yeah,
it just discharges it nice and even.
It's easier for the compaction vehicle to make the silage in a good way then.
It can concentrate on compacting the silage rather than us lot pushing it up and burning diesel. But that's another story. Another story entirely. While we're around the back here, talk us through the floor, because we've got a steel floor in this one, and it's a drop floor at the front. So just talk us through why you do that. You know, the design philosophy behind that.
The scraper floor we have in the front, it's going down to the rotor. That's because for the harvesting and for the energy of the harvesting, we need not so much power. So
the floor here, it's flat to this point, and then it comes down like that. So what you're saying is then this distance here is a lot less. So this rotor, you know, it's a less of a step, less of a push.
Yeah, exactly. And that's also important because of our chassis. We have 2 types of tires with 20.6 inch and 30.5 inch. And so we're getting higher and higher with the wagon. And so also the distance from the pickup up to the scraper floor is increasing. And that's the reason why we are putting the scraper floor down.
Right. So the lower here, the better, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Great stuff. So we're back around the front again. This is, you know, quite a new development for you guys, the moving front headboard. What's your idea behind that one?
It's our moving front panel, or we call it intelligent front panel, and that's a very good and unique innovation, because it's not only that we can gain more space to the front for loading, we have also a lot of automatic functions that work with this, so we can decrease the workload for our customers for driving the whole day, because a lot of parameters the intelligent front panel do it by himself, and on the other side we can really increase our payload during the day. That means we are able to gain up to 400 kilogram of compaction per cubic meter.
Okay,
so that's just really a huge amount.
Because this has helped.
This helps in compare with the rotor.
Yeah. So as it's filling, then this headboard would be sort of back here, would it, somewhere on?
More already. It's more going back, but you can adjust it how much compaction you want to have it.
Right. And so with it having been an angle like that, you can really compact sort of up against it. You're pushing up like that.
Yeah, and you get a nice wall so that we can fill it up to the top. Yeah. And then it's moving forward, and then we fill it up again. And when we drive with the scraper floor, also the movable front panel helps the scraper floor so that the wall is really moving back in a nice way. Right. And we can fill it up until the back in the same height. Yeah.
So you get a nice wall of grass, it all moves together, and then another wall of grass, and just keep doing that.
Exactly. And the last point is then the cubic meter of the front panel when we're driving to the front in 2 more steps.
And then just fill up the front, which once upon a time would have just been dead space at the front. So now you can really make the most of the area you've got and reduce a little bit of tail swing now as well.
Exactly. Yeah. As I've mentioned before, on the small wagon with 40 cubic meters, we have the tandem chassis, and with the 2 bigger sizes with 47 and 54 cubic meters, we have with the 47 the tandem chassis as standard, and as option already the 3-dam chassis. And on the big frame we need the 3-dam chassis because of the high volume and the loading capacities.
Which is what we're looking at here. And as we just mentioned, it's actually, compared to what you used to have, the tail swing is a lot smaller.
Yeah. We have here on the Jumbo 8000, we have a 30-ton chassis. That means with the drawbar, we have in summary a payload of 34 tons in summary.
Right.
And we have 10-ton axles, and the chassis is a hydraulic suspension chassis. So really much comfort on the street. You know the distances from the field to the farm are getting
Bigger
even
and
higher
bigger,
and
yeah.
bigger. So we need a really good suspension to have a nice and comfort way of driving that we can reach with the system.
And presumably you'll do steering axle options on this as well, do you?
Yes, of course. We have on the 3-dam chassis, we have normally the hydraulic suspension version. As you all know, we have at the front bar, we have the separate lenker that we can see where the tractor is driving.
Okay,
but what is here new and what is much more important, we have here our contactless electrical driving system or steering system, which works with this computer here.
All right.
And we have here a small sensor,
Yeah.
and the small sensor knows where the tractor is driving and calculates it, and so the front and the last axle is moving
Right.
like the angle of the tractor is driving.
Okay.
So that's really nice,
Yeah.
and we don't have anything at
You
the
don't have to
drawbar
have-
anymore.
You don't have to have those linkages down.
Yeah,
the side,
exactly.
Which
That's the big benefit.
presumably without those, it means you can get a tighter turn
Tighter
before you hit anything on there.
Yeah, that's the big advantage.
Yeah.
And you don't have to mount so much things. You are fast at dismounting and mounting the machine.
That's it. There's less to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go, Florian. Thank you very much for giving us a good walk round of the Jumbo 8000 in particular, and what you guys are offering at the moment with this forage wagon. What we're going to do now in episode 3, we're now going to head from Austria, and we're going to head over to Scotland in Ayrshire, and we're going to catch up with a long-standing Jumbo customer who's running the latest Jumbo machine, which should be great because he'll be able to talk about the differences that he's seen going from the older models to the newer models. So all that is coming up next. Right folks, we continue with episode 3 and we now move from Austria to Ayrshire in Scotland, where we're going to be having a good chat with James Ireland here, who is a long-standing customer of Pottinger Jumbo forage wagons. In particular, he's currently running one of the latest 5000 series machines. But before we get into all that, James, just tell us a little bit about your business here, because we're on a home game today, so to speak. We're at your farm because you're farming and you're contracting as well. So, I mean, first off, you want to tell us a bit about the farming side of it?
Yeah, some beef cows and sheep, and do a bit. Ours is the last silage to do of the first cuts, but that's how it goes in this weather.
That's it. So we're just doing a bit of first cut today, is it?
Yeah.
Where are we at now? Mid-July?
Mid-July, yeah. It should have been 2-3 weeks ago, but the weather's just been stop-start. 2 days dry, 1 day wet. 2 days dry, 3 days wet.
And then on to the contracting side of the business. What are you sort of offering, and sort of what area?
Kind of round about within an hour of here usually. Quite a run of silage. We've been doing forage wagons 2011, that's when we got it. So we bought the first one to do our own and maybe some at one neighbour, and ended up doing 400 loads that year. So there we go, onwards and upwards. So.
That's it. And has that just been mostly word of mouth?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And is it just, like say, within an hour, just local people seen what you were doing and thought, we'll try that?
We'll give that a go, and then we bought a second one the next year. We hired the guy in, and he was giving up, so bought it, and on we went.
And as well as the forage wagon side of the contracting, what else do you get up to?
A lot of slurry. Slurry's getting a big thing now. 2 umbilical systems and muck spreaders and ploughing, seeding, fertiliser down the spout, drills, spraying, biomass wood chipping, all the kind of enough to keep us all going.
Plenty to keep going.
Plenty to keep us going.
So onto your forage wagons then. So currently you're running 3 Pottinger Jumbos. When was it you said you got your first
Jumbo.
forage wagon?
First forage wagon was 2011. It was a second-hand Stroutman. Came from Cumbria actually. For knowing what I know now, I'd have bought a new one, but I thought we'd give it a go, and off we went.
That's it. Got to dip your toe in somewhere.
That's right. Yeah. We had Stroutmans for a long time. Had a Crone in the mix as well, but dealer changes and everything. Ended up tried a Pottinger and haven't looked back. So
right. And what got you into the Pottingers?
Good dealer, Ramsey and Jackson's. We get tractors from them and other bits and pieces, and Neil was always trying to get the Pottinger in, and he gave us one for a shot, and we kept it. So
that's it.
That was it.
Love at first sight.
Just about, yeah.
And what was your first Pottinger?
It was a Toro. We just traded it last year. It was a Toro 6010, I think it's number. So yeah. And then we had first Jumbo was 2020. That's still going yet. Another one in 21, and then that new one last year. So,
right. So the 5000 one, that's the newest one.
It's the newest. It's only here just about a year just now. So it is. So,
right. And how's the newest one going?
Yeah, all right. A couple of teething issues, some floor slats and things, but they're very good. They get it sorted out. Nothing's a problem. So
I'm sure what model's that one? That's the
5340.
34 cube.
Yeah.
Right.
I think the Jumbos we have are 32 cube or something roughly. That one's slightly shorter, but it's got the moving headboard, so
that's right. Yeah.
Get that extra bit in.
And a bit less tail swing, I imagine, as well.
Good bit less tail swing.
Looks quite nimble in field.
You'll notice the mud guards and other ones have maybe had a slight rearrange now and again, but yeah.
Such is life.
That's it. Senior management, that's it.
That's it. And what keeps you coming back to the Pottinger?
Just the very good machines. They've been done us very well.
Yeah.
Maybe lasting longer than some of the other ones. Like them. Easy to maintain, easy to drive. Parts, if you need, they're very local. Dealers got them all in stock, and off you go. So,
yeah. And why do you sort of go for the Jumbo models?
Just heavier duty. Seems to stand the pace. We've not got massive tractors, but yeah, doing a lot of loads. Sometimes it's up to 1,000 a year each machine.
Right.
Yeah, they're standing up to it well. So just once we got a Jumbo, we've kept to a Jumbo. That was it. So,
exactly. Yeah. And how many acres would you sort of put through them roughly a year?
It varies around the 4,000, sometimes more. Just depends how it goes. Sometimes a wee bit less.
Yeah.
A lot of guys going onto this multi-cut thing, so maybe more acres and less loads. It just works out. It seems to go, but yeah.
That's it. And what's because it sounds like the popularity of the forage wagon round here has grown and grown.
Yeah.
What do you think it is about the forage wagons that people are liking?
Saving fuel is a big thing. The staff requirement as well. And they get around the big tyres. They move on over the ground quite nicely compared to some trailers. But yeah.
Well, that's it, because you've got plenty of hills around here.
Yeah, there's hills.
There's a few wet spots here and there as well.
It goes from lovely stuff. You can grow potatoes to moss very quickly. So yeah.
But like I say, they travel fairly well.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Quite amazing. When we saw the first one, we thought it's going to be a monument in a field someday, but no, it's all right. So
yeah.
I've had them stuck, but we'll get them out. So
yeah. Because what will they be on? They'll be on like 800s or something.
Yeah, 826.5s on them now, and yeah, I think you can go to a 30.5 now, but yeah, well, that's maybe for the next one. So
that's
see how it goes.
Keep that one on the shopping list.
Yeah.
And has it surprised you where they will go?
Yeah, very much. Yeah, very much. Yeah. Yeah, if the front axle goes in with the steering axle, you're in the gate and away.
And what's the new one like compared to the older Jumbos?
Yeah.
How have they moved on? Would you say?
The moving headboard, they do a larger range, but we're maybe just shy in horsepower for that.
Yeah, because that's it, because we've got the 7,000 and the 8,000 now, haven't they?
I'd love an 8,000, but I think we need bigger tractors for
that.
That's
a big one.
That's a big machine.
Well, that would be the short chop as well, is it?
That would be good.
Is that something you'd be quite
maybe someday, yeah. Those ones chop it nice enough, but yeah.
And just what would you say are some of your favourite features on the Jumbos, particularly the newer one as well?
The knife bank, moving out to the side to change the knife is a very good thing. It's quick and easy, you're not hunched over underneath doing that. Easy to work on, they seem to last. The pickup reels take a lot of abuse and work away, not very sore times at all. So, in fact, the one of the Jumbos is just getting some of the original times changed now after 5 seasons.
All
so
right.
Doing well, so yeah.
The customers that you are
Yeah.
going out with the forage wagons with, you say, I mean, what sort of customers are they?
A lot of dairy, a lot of dairy boys, a lot of beef boys as well. Just a full mixture, really.
Yeah.
Just
And for those dairy boys that are doing those multi-cuts,
Yeah.
is that where the wagon really comes into its own?
yeah, definitely does. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting over that in very, very little fuel and time.
And would a lot of those customers that you've got have gone from a self-propelled
Some
to...
went from a self-propelled to it. Some went from bales to it. They quite liked the long chop kind of stuff.
And what's the chop quality like of the Jumbos?
Yeah, good. I would say it's about the best we've had for wagons. The Jumbos seem to have the edge on them, but
Yeah.
there's at least 2 sets of knives for each machine, so there's always sharp ones there, and
Yeah.
change them over and on you go.
That's it. Do you generally... How often would you be changing them?
Chopping the kind of stuff we're on today, you'll get a couple of days, you maybe get 70, 80 loads out each machine, and then you could keep going, but you're better to sharpen them.
Yeah.
Some of that multi-cut stuff, you'd get 150 loads, no problem, and they're still sharp. So just depends on the type of grass and the molehills and the stones and whatever else is lying
The
in the
mud
field.
and all sorts of stuff. And does it, like the pickup, because like we were saying before, there's plenty of hills around here, does it follow?
Yeah, it seems to do. There's a kind of rugby ball thing under the middle
Yeah.
to stop it grounding out. I think it helps a good lot. So.
Right, so as well as the jockey wheels...
Yeah, you've got your wheels, you've got a gas canister or a rugby ball or something under the middle, so yeah. That's it.
And how sort of noticeably different are the features on the new Jumbo compared to your older two?
Those Jumbos were the first with the sloping floor at the front, just to move it in, and then this new one's obviously got the moving headboard, so get a lot more in a smaller machine, so yeah. And it should pack it in a wee bit better as well because of the moving bit. But.
And when it's filling, does it make much of a difference when it is filling? Does it help it along?
I think it packs more further back in the wagon and fills the front. Yeah, it gets a good load, that machine.
That's it, because it's damn near sort of a third of the way down the machine, isn't it? Well, a quarter of the way down.
It's well.
So it's really getting a dense... Is it quite a dense load all the way to the back?
No, it seems fairly constant.
Yeah.
Consistent even, it's good.
And in terms of filling it and loading it, I assume, do you just run it mainly in auto?
Mainly in auto, unless you're in really dry, fluffy stuff or really wet stuff. The newer one is easier to adjust all the auto functions than the older ones. It's through the isobus, that helps. It's all there. Before we were always using control boxes.
Yeah.
There was a combination of buttons you had to press to get into menus, but you got there, so
that's it. Well, this one looks nice and simple because it's just through isobus.
Through isobus, and it's on that Valtra just now, and you can customise all the spool levers to do all the functions. And
right. So you don't even have to be touching the screen. Just
Jake's getting on fine with it. He's got it sussed out, so that's that.
And in terms of operation, I mean, what's it like?
Fairly simple. Pick up, reel up and down, and the rest of it takes care of itself just about. So,
And can you make any adjustments to like load density and things like that?
Yeah, depends on your size of tractor. You can adjust the top flap and the front pressure point. Depends what horsepower you're ramming into it, and off you go.
So you can really tailor it to the crop or the tractor that's on the front of it?
Pretty much anything, yeah.
Speaking of the tractor that's on the front of it, what's it like power-wise in terms of driving it?
We're kind of 170, 180 horse tractors usually on them. Do the job fine. That's got the Valtra on, just it's there for the wood chipper. It's a wee bit bigger, but it's more the physical weight of the tractor to hold the thing in the hills and the power, I think. So
that's it. You need a bit of weight on the front of it just to tackle some of these hills, don't you? And just going back to the pickup again, you know, with it being on a cam track, do you find it provides a cleaner sweep?
Yeah, it seems to get rid of the grass. There's not a dead spot behind the reel. It takes it all in usually. So.
And should you swallow for an object, what sort of protection like?
Yeah, the knives, they're spring loaded. They kind of get out of the way if there's a stone or a foreign object. Seem to move all right. We've had tying arms from previous run up machines in them, but nothing too serious. So.
Sorry, I've done that as well. I think a few people have done that. It's surprising what will go through.
One in the baler last week, but no damage done, so that was that. So.
And like knife selection, you can do that all from the tractor as well, can you? In case you need to knock them in and out.
Yeah, you can do that. There's a touchpad outside. If you're out, you can check them all, clean them all, or you can do it in the cab as well. So.
Right. And with having 34 cubic metre capacity on there. Have you ever had them over a weighbridge at all?
No, not with silage in.
No.
Wood chip in the winter, yeah, but not with silage. So.
Well, I was going to say that brings me on to a good point there. With you doing biomass, do you shift wood chip with them?
Sometimes, yeah. The road salt's too sore on them. We used to do it more, but we haven't really done it with the jumbos. They did a wee bit in the springtime there, but nothing too much. So.
Yeah.
If there was no gritters on the road, yeah.
You do it a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what they like as a trailer?
Yeah, good. Hold a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Tip out.
It's a big box, isn't
It's a big box, yeah, it certainly is. So, yeah.
Speak of the new one.
There we go, there it is.
So in terms of, I mean, as we're looking at it now, in terms of it emptying out, that's just all automated, that?
Yeah, it goes so long and then clicks itself into high gear, and then the headboard starts moving and out it comes. Job's a good one. So.
And that headboard, look at it.
There you go.
That's quicker than you think, isn't it?
High gear is engaged.
I heard that engaged, didn't you?
Yeah. That's that. So.
Because that won't be long emptying, will it?
No, well not.
Yeah. And then the headboard just helps that last little bit.
Yeah, it just gets the dead spot at the front to keep moving. So yeah.
Well, I mean, looking at that didn't take
minute and a half, something like that. Yeah.
Good. Running gear.
Yeah.
Like axles, suspension, what's it like?
Yeah, commercial axles, kind of parabolic suspension, very good. They stop, air brakes, standard air brakes in them all. So
Yeah.
it's air only actually, so yeah, do well.
Yeah.
They do well.
And that even though it's sprung suspension, what's that? I mean, like we're saying, you're on hills around here, what's it like?
Not too bad actually, yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're good. I know we did have one before with the hydraulic suspension, but I don't know if it's needed just too much in that size of machine. Maybe once you go to the big ones, it could help. But
as far as stability goes, that's kind of
they're quite amazing where they'll go.
Yeah.
Most of the weight's down until you've got full load, really. So yeah,
that's it. And mentioned manoeuvrability before.
Yeah, steering axle, off you go. So
yeah. Well, that automatically lock when you start.
It does. Yeah, it comes through the ISO bus. It picks the speed up from the tractor and.
Yeah.
I think they've got them set at 20k. Once you get to 20k it locks, and then when you go below that it steers round the corners and off you go.
Maintenance, what they like to live with?
Good. Grease the shafts, grease the bearings on the side every day. Rock on. Change the gearbox oils every season. And
is this new one much different to the older one?
Pretty much the same. I think it's pretty much the same on the gearbox and rotor and everything. The rotor will be slightly different, but yeah. Gearboxes and maintenance all the same. So yeah.
That's it. And is there much to go wrong on them at all?
Not really. No. We've had a wee. What have we had? As a drive comes out the main gearbox to go to the pickup reel. One of them's went before, but I don't know if it was lack of grease or a grease nipple we'd missed or something. I don't know, but wasn't that big a sort. So that's.
And your dealer, who's that again? That's
Ramsey and Jackson's there at Mauchline, just kind of 20 minutes away. So
yeah.
Moors and rakes and all the stuff from them as well. Do well. So
yeah, I was going to say, what other Pottinger stuff have you got?
Triple moors, double moors, a rake, one of the flow tast rakes with a skids.
I saw that this morning.
Great bit of kit.
Yeah.
Most underrated thing ever.
Yeah.
4 seasons it's only broke one time.
Right, really? And that's just because it's following the ground?
You'll see it's just a bit silent behind you.
Yeah, well that's it, because I was listening to it before and there's no tinkles of times or clattering or anything.
No, great machine. Good, very good. What else? We've got a Pottinger plough, and this year we just got a Aerosem front tank, 4 metre folding power harrow drill thing. So
right, cool stuff. Well, finally, James, just sum up your time running the Pottinger Jumbo forage wagons. Yeah. Now you've got 3 of them.
Now we've got 3 of them. They must be all right. So yeah, I think they're going fine. So any issues are quickly sorted. Alistair's not far away if you need them, and everything's cool. So
that's it. And what would you, just going back to like that early question, what would you say are those standout features of the Jumbo that keeps you coming back time and time again?
Usually it just works. So hook them on and go. Everything's all right. So yeah,
just
seem to last. They seem to last. Everything's quite well made on them, I think. So yeah,
spot on. Well, James, thank you very much for sparing a bit of time there and sharing your experiences and thoughts with the Pottinger Jumbo forage wagons. I'll let you crack on now
because they've been queuing up.
I'm going to say, like buses, aren't they? They're all here now.
None in N4.
I'll let you get back to your butt raking. And jobs are done. So We will now, I think we'll now move back on to, we're heading back to Austria now. Right folks, for the final piece of episode 3, you find us back in Austria again with Florian, and we're now going to sort of wrap up the series, the icon that is the Pottinger Jumbo forage wagon. We've heard a lot about this machine already throughout this 3-part series, its history, its evolution, its manufacture, its use now as well. But what's the future? Florian, what is the future of the Jumbo? Where can it head next?
The Jumbo future, we see, before we talk about the Jumbo future, we see a little bit the challenges also from our customers and from our side as agriculture machine manufacturer, because we see that the time windows for the harvesting conditions are getting closer. You all know from people in the UK, raining is coming all the time.
Yeah,
we have done
smaller weather windows.
Yeah, exactly. We have done the climate change a little bit, and also the structural ongoing trend to bigger farms.
So more distances, presumably.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And due to this trend with the bigger distances, we need more powerful machines like we have here on the Jumbo series. And that was a big point already in the development of the Jumbos, that we have big and powerful machines, but we made not only one step forward, we made 2 steps forward in reliability, powerness and effectiveness. And that's the reason what is standing the Pottinger Jumbo for.
Okay. Now, in terms of the physical size of the Jumbo, I presume you can't really go much more because you are constrained by, legal transport limits such as your widths, your heights, and your weights. So, physically, is it pretty much at its limit now in terms of its size?
That's correct. We all the time want to show that we can improve in small steps, but to be honest, the street dimensions are nearly exhausted. But we are always planning in the future. That means the next step will be the digital support. For instance, we have our new Harvest Assist app, which helps and supports our customers during the harvesting from mowing, raking, and also now with the loader wagon. That means it shows us the GPS direction from the field to the farm, because a lot of drivers come probably the first time to the farm and they don't know each field. So they are showing them the way. And the next thing is we have the mass flow from the field to the yard, and that means the mass flow should be always constantly for the compaction vehicle, and so the Harvest Assist app can calculate the mass flow so that we have it all the time very smooth at the yard, that the compaction is very good, and so that the silage quality is getting perfect with the Pottinger cutting quality.
There you go. Great stuff. Well, Florian, thank you very much for your time. That has been absolutely fantastic and a great way to wrap up the series of this, this look at this iconic piece of farm machinery and technology, which is the Pottinger Jumbo forage wagon. So hopefully you have enjoyed the series. We've really enjoyed making this series all the way from episode 1 with the history and the evolution, episode 2 with the manufacturing of the Jumbo, and episode 3 with the latest Jumbo and getting out in the field with the customer as well. So like I say, hopefully you have enjoyed that, and as ever, we will catch you again next time. Thank you very much for watching.